Okay, now let's continue with the second part of this chapter 12, which is going to be bond valuation and bond yield. Example number 2. By the way, my name is Ovian, and example 2, we are going to see the opposite of example 1. Yeah, the exact opposite of example 1. We saw that we have got valuation this time, currently trading. So we are given a price and we are required to find a yield, which is going to be the return for the investor. So you can work on the coupon, which is always given, always a percentage on par value. In this case, the par is 100. In exam, it's usually 100, unless otherwise they tell you. I've seen $1,000 par value before. Okay, but usually it's quoted at 100 par value. And if it's not quoted at 100, you can assume it's 100, then you work on the value of that. Is that okay? So, and then you convert it to the total valuation of the debt. All right. So this is what you got here. So you got, how are you going to get this? Well, if you're going to use CBE platform, it's going to be easy. We will, because those days the examiner wrote with the intention of paper-based exam, where they were required to use an IRR or some other methods, okay, to get that yield. But today with the CBE platform is a little bit easy. So this article will be based on the PBE paper-based exam. So if you want to revise this article based on the CBE platform, then it should be using the IRR function. Is that okay? Using the IRR function. Yeah, function, this is based on computation, 5.46%. So let's go and see how it goes here. We know that we have got 7% coupon. So let's go back to here. And we're going to see here example number 2. Example number 2, this time is finding the what do you call that? Finding the yield, right? Finding the yield means what? Finding the yield. Yield is what the market is going to give you for this particular bond. Is that okay? What the market will give you for this particular bond. Well, you can use IRR. You can use, let's stick to horizontal way. You can do vertical way if you want to. I think I did vertical somewhere here. I did something here just now, but anyway. Yeah, no, I did the horizontal way as well. Okay, let's just use this horizontal way. So let's just copy here, and we're going to paste it here. So now you know why I put the year 0 there. Okay, so this is going to be year 0. Now this is, let me just format this one into 2 decimals. You can put 2 decimals. Up to you. Okay, let's format later. So what is the price here? The price that we got here is 106.62. So that's the price. So we are going to go to here, and we are going to have here 106. Now this is going to be investor point of view. Yeah, we're going to look at investor point of view, 106.62. And if you invest 106.62, you will get 777 for, I think this is 5 years, right? So this is 5 years. So to get the line, I can copy like that. Just change this to 5. Is that okay? Change this to 5. And you want to centralize it, go ahead. Otherwise, just leave it there. Now, this figure is going to be, I don't like this format. What I do is I like to do in brackets, decimal. Okay, so we're going to get this. This is equals to 7 plus redemption. Watch out for the question. Sometimes they are nowadays not saying redemption at par. They're also saying redemption at premium. So just watch out. If it's premium 2%, you put 102. If premium 6%, you put 106. If at par, you put 100. Is that okay? So that is what you got there. And this is going to be the yield. This is going to be the yield at, we're going to use IRR function. Is that okay? This one not a problem. Let's do it here. IRR function. And if you want to underline this figure, what you do is you are just going to copy this thing, put it here. I'm sad to say this function doesn't work at the moment, but in exam I was told it works very well, so you just have to paintbrush here. Okay, so what you got here is this is out, you go, so this is equals to IRR, uppercase or lowercase, it doesn't matter. Now you have to take from here 0 to here, and you don't have to close the bracket, also can just press enter will do. Of course this is not in percentage format, you can choose 1 decimal or 2 decimal, up to you. Let's stick to 1. What is the article giving us? Article is giving us in 2 decimals, so let's play along and see whether it's examiner 4.5. Examiner actually used 4.6 because he used 5 and 6%. Of course this is just an interpolation of 2 discount rates and NPVs here. To get the rates, it might not be that accurate, okay, because it's curvature. It's a what curve line. Is that okay? It's not a linear line going down for you to find the IRR. It's actually a curve, so it might be a slight differences there. So basically, this is what you got here. The yield of the bond. The yield of the bond is going to be 5.45%. So you might be thinking, why must I use this as negative? Well, this is investor perspective. This is investor perspective. If I, let's say, put it in a company, if you really want to feel in a cost of capital company perspective. By the way, this is before tax. Because we are using all these before tax. Is that okay? So this yield is actually used for things like valuation of a bond. Let's say you want to find a valuation of a bond, you can use this yield to find the value. But if you want to find cost of capital, KD, then you have to 1 minus tax the 777 and the 7 inside here. You have to 1 minus tax all the $7. The 100 no need. The 100 no need. Just the 7777, the 7. You have to 1 minus tax there. So this is what you got here, 5.45%. So some of you say, why must I put this negative? Okay, fine, no problem. If you don't want to put negative, let's just try the other way around. Let's talk about company perspective, receiving party. So if the company is going to receive, then I'm not going to put negative here. I'm going to put, say they receive at the price. And this is going to be now going to be $7 negative. So I will minus another 100. Sorry, I should put equals to first. Okay, then you're going to get, all these are opposite of this cash flows. This one positive, now here negative. It's a negative, here positive. Let's try. Equals to IRR, open the bracket. Well, it's up to you. What we do here is we look at investor perspective. Answer, you still can do it. It's the same answer. Sorry, 2 decimal means this. Same answer here you got. Is that okay? So we don't do the, what do you call this? We always look at the investor perspective. Negative, investor take out money. He's going to get $7, $107. It's actually, he's getting 5.45% per annum return on this amount of investment. When he gets this cash flow 777, 107 per annum, he's actually getting 5.45%. So this is how I explain this example number 2. So example number 1 is going to be valuation of a bond, finding value using 1 yield. Example number 1 is finding the value if I'm given 1 yield, 4% given. And example number 2 is the opposite for example number 1, finding the price using, finding the yield using the price that is given. Is that okay? So that will be example number 2. Of course, the rest of all this you can self-explanatory. You can read them up yourself. And there you go. That is example number 2. Okay, so we will continue with the example 3 in the next part of the video. Catch up soon. Take care.